Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Shivam Shrivastava and in this video we'll talk about why is DSA so important in this age of artificial intelligence. Whether you're a software engineer, ML engineer, AI engineer, data scientist or a data and applied scientist, DSA is must for you. I mean, there is a lot of thought about that DSA is just about mugging up questions and answer, but I want to change that. So let's get started. So first of all, I want to talk about a research that Microsoft and CMU did. The result told that there are 64% of people who just blindly believe what the AI is telling them. Like they don't even think about it twice or like question the AI what answer it is giving. It's very easy to believe that answer in the first place, right? What this is leading to, it's leading to a drastic decrease in the critical thinking of people. Just imagine, like in the future, if there is some problem that AI cannot solve, your critical thinking will come into picture. And if you struggle, then you won't be valued in the market. What currently is happening is that AI is replacing all kind of things that it can memorize. So basically it can train on a lot of Python scripts, a lot of C++ scripts, and whatnot, right? So the current value that you can provide to the world is your cognitive skills and your critical thinking. And that's what AI cannot replace, at least in the near future. You have to think about DSA like a gym for your brain. You don't have to do DSA just to impress your recruiter. You have to do it to stay sharp. Because what DSA teaches you is, it's like given a problem, right? You can break that problem into sub-problems in a more efficient and a more structured way. So you have that superpower over AI. And more than ever, DSA will be needed to show your problem-solving skills in the market in 2025. So I will start by sharing my setup. So in this entire playlist, we will be covering a lot of concepts of DSA that is important. So if you see on the screen, right, on the left here, this is the terminal where I be coding. So I will be showing you guys the implementation of each and every concept that we are going to discuss. And on the right here, I have my writing whiteboard kind of a thing. So this will help me to teach you guys and scribble my thoughts here so that you are able to see and understand the concepts deeply. Trust me, it's gonna be really fun. So now let's talk about what we would be covering in this entire playlist and what is like more than sufficient to cover for anyone who is trying to master DSA. So we will start with something called as time and space complexity. So what this means is, this is a metric which can tell which program is doing better. So for example, there has to be a metric where we are evaluating the different algorithms and the different data structures that we are writing, right? So you can think of it in this way, like for example, in your school, you got some grades, right? Like if you solved a problem pretty fast and accurate, and then you also took some sheets to write those answers, right? So you can kind of think about this concept in this way. So we will talk about when you write an algorithm, how much time is it taking to execute? For example, if you log into a website, if the website is very slow, it's like loading, the time complexity of that particular algorithm might be very bad. And we also care about how much space does it take, right? So why this is important is that we do not have infinite space in the world, right? So if you are doing something very efficiently, then space complexity matters a lot. Second, we will be talking about C++ STL library. So this is like a superpower for your implementation skills. So like when you know concepts, you want to have strong implementation skills. So for example, if there is a person who is very knowledgeable, but he or she cannot speak out what they know, then the entire knowledge is waste, right? So in coding, implementation is a very important skill. You will realize that as and more when you learn and practice, you will get better in your implementation. For people who are wondering that I'm not comfortable with C++, I know Python, You do not have to think about languages in this era of AI. Because literally, you have to just focus on one specific language, be fluent in one language, don't care about the other languages. Because if you just feed your C++ program to ChatGPT, it can easily convert it into some other programming language like Python, Java. You just name it, right? Don't have that mentality that if you don't know C++, it will be very tough for you. I assure you, it will be super easy and it will be super fun. Okay. Now, the third thing. The first thing that we will be covering in topics would be arrays and strings. So, for people who are extremely new to this, like think of it this way, right? In this entire computer science world, everything is a list. So, you will find lists everywhere. So, that's what arrays is basically. It's like a long list of similar elements, and you have to do computations on that on a particular array very fast. I mean, you will see lists of numbers everywhere. You will see lists of strings. Strings are a very important topic in DSA because, like, for example, when you log into Gmail, you get to choose your own email ID, right? So, how does Gmail actually calculate and find out that, oh, yeah, there is like one more Gmail ID with the exact same letters? How does it do that? And then it also suggests you new email IDs, right? So strings are a very, very crucial part of today's entire internet industry. Next, we will learn something called as greedy. Greedy and two pointers. So when I say about greedy, it is actually what it sounds like. So for example, if I, let's say, tell you that, let's say you have two gold bars, okay? For example, this is your bar 1, this is your bar 2, these are golden, and first is of 25 kg, second is of 50 kg. And there is one bag, you can just keep one of these bars. You will obviously be greedy and choose the 50 kg bar, right? So a lot of algorithms are built greedily. That's what we mean by greedy. It like a lot of heuristics algorithms are based on this entire concept of greedy. So we will have like a lot of fun learning greedy algorithms. Next is two pointers. Two pointers is a technique where you just take two different pointers and do a lot of computations, maybe on a sorted array. So I will be covering more of these concepts in the two pointers array, like very deeply. After this, we will be covering something called as binary search. So this is a very, very fun topic. In my opinion, like this is one of my favorite topics. So the power of binary search comes when you are given a sorted list. And I will be covering a lot about it in the upcoming videos. So like you can think of it in this way, right? Let's say I've given you a sorted list, all the numbers arranged in increasing order, and I want you to find if there is a particular number there in the list or not. I don't want you to just like look at each number and tell me. Think of a way where you can do it like better than this. And that's where binary search will come in. And we will talk about it in our upcoming videos. After this, a very fun topic, it will be trees and graphs. I think this is like one of the most important topics in terms of interviews, in terms of applications. Like, for example, if you are on a social media, let's say on Instagram, right? You see there is a thing called people you may know, right? How do you think that is implemented? So each of us is a part of a graph and we are connected to our friends. This entire implementation is based on graph theory. And how does Google find what is the shortest path available from point A to point B? Everything is structured as a graph. So this is like a very, very important topic and a really fun topic to master. So the seventh topic that we will cover would be recursion and dynamic programming. I'm sure that a lot of you people must have heard about dynamic programming. If you are into programming, this is, I think, one of the most dreaded, deadly topic. People find it really difficult to master this topic, right? We will learn dynamic programming and we will try to shoo away the fear and the taboo that this topic has. We will try to learn it from the basics and we'll make sure that anything that you're learning, right, we are making sense of it. So if you are able to cover all of these topics, right, you are pretty good to go. And the last topic that we will be talking about is backtracking. Once you know recursion, backtracking will be pretty easy for you. It's like exploring all the possible states of a given problem. Stay tuned and we'll see you guys in the upcoming series. Keep smiling, be happy.